So when you see the Ted Cruz interview on Tucker Carlson or something like that, overall, where a senator, representative will say that the Bible told them that land was promised to the Jews. What do you think of that as an Orthodox Christian? Due to most of the people that would say that are of, I would say either more so Protestant type of groups or some Catholic as well. What would you say to that? As somebody that is not of the,
I'm grateful you brought this up but it gets into a segment that we're going to need to go into a depth probably at a different time, but it comes into a different perspective of Western and Middle Eastern thinking.
Yeah, we can revisit more of this, but yes, let's go into briefly.
So Western thinking is very much like your left hemisphere. Okay. It likes to break things down. It likes to find definition. It likes words. It likes boundaries. It likes to take things apart. It likes to deconstruct everything. Okay. To find the core. That post-Enlightenment perspective is the one that reads that somehow in Israel, in Revelation, in the last book of the Bible, that there's going to be an Israel, there's a new Israel, there's a blah, 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 and says that that's what this is, the fulfillment of that. In 1948, we fulfilled prophecy. That's the thought. That is the thought. The Orthodox perspective and the early church perspective, and I would say the author's perspective, being that he's my saint, I'm directly channeling now. No, I'm joking. Totally joking. The Middle Eastern and Eastern and Greek way of thinking was that the physical represents an ethereal reality. That the two aren't dislocated like they are in our dualistic Plato's dualism. That there's the ethereal, eternal that inspires the real. Yisrael, in its original Hebrew, is that he who wrestles with God, or he who wrestles with the Most High, I believe.
Yeah.
Fact check me, whomever. Yisrael, El being the Most High, Yisrael. So we all struggle, we all wrestle with God, right? Jacob was renamed Israel for having wrestled with the angel of God. The new Israel is that which is the Christian community, the fulfillment of the Messiah, the transition that Paul recognized in the suffering servant, 2nd Isaiah, that if the Gentile community comes to believe in a God of the creative principle, Yahweh, then that is what the Messiah fulfills. That is the Messiah's role, is that a light to lighten the Gentiles, to be a people.
So the philosophy of early Christianity was that you would spread it to the Gentiles, that it is not just the Jews that can understand the Messiah, and there's no sort of ethnically trapping the word of God, as sort of the Torah does in a way.
There is in Isaiah that one of the functions of the Messiah is to awaken the Gentile non-Jewish population to God.
Okay, that's powerful.
But the God that we think of as some old long-haired beard dude in the sky that looks at our right and wrong and judges us accordingly is our own construct.
Yeah.
Yahweh, the word that cannot be named, is the reason it couldn't be named is because the minute you think that you can name it is the minute you think you figured it out. And Yahweh is well beyond our little stupid brains, human brains, right? It is the creative principle. It is not just the I am. It is all three tenses are within that. Mm-hmm. So I am that which causes to become. I am that which was, is, and always is ever present. I am that which. So it's really more the creative principle. The birth of this new Israel was the belief of God and the faith in the hearts of Christians in the early Christian church. And so it's already been occurring. And the reason that Western thinking expects some futuristic event is because we misunderstand the early Greek, that it is ever present and always growing more so because we have more people becoming Christians, right? There's always more. It's spreading. It is becoming more perfect. It is becoming a better kingdom here, right? So the early Christian church focus was that the new Israel is a spiritual one in the hearts and minds of humans.
So that's why you would see a lot of videos of people in Israel in classrooms teaching that the third temple will be built, that the mosque that it is currently on top of, that the mosque currently is on top of what was the second temple, and there will be the third temple built. And that's sort of this sort of like ideology that if the Jesus is to come back, or in their opinion a Messiah that was not Jesus, the current Judaism, that they need to build the third temple right now. So I think that like if that's that kind of thinking, I think some people call it dispensationalism, or there's some word of it that I don't really know
sounds
about.
Correct. Yeah, it sounds right.
That's what is causing a lot of this. It's this sort of like, and I think that that's just problematic in a way, because he'd just be demolishing a mosque. Not even just that, but also like I would prefer a world where people like look within themselves for the problem, instead of like a plot of land will solve your problem. But that's not the world we live in.
But it is the scriptural world, and that's what frustrates me so much, is that we again, the methodological materialism is what Newton unleashed upon the world. Okay, we in the West have tried to, like I said, just like the left hemisphere, break everything down. We want to break it all down to chemistry, which just is physics. We'll break it all down to just physics. It's nothing but physics. It's only physics. Well, if it's only physics, it's not real if I can't measure it. So now everything 100% I'm going to say is either an epiphenomenon, you've made it up, or it's real and it's measurable.
No.
And here I have a text that says that I'm the chosen people, and that I get this plot of land over here, and that there's no spirituality involved in it necessarily, because my brain has flattened everything into this physical flatland world of methodological materialism that says that somehow I, as a Jew, get that land. It's a fault in our thinking.
It's not just like one group of
Isn't
people.
what
it's
the
not
author intended, because they were under a different mindset. They hadn't gone through methodological materialism. They hadn't gone through Western Enlightenment there 2,000 years ago, man. Come on.
It's a completely different mindset, yeah.